Realize. Okay. So everybody, Stephanie from Hope and Love Radio. Today we have another interview with the Vufcup event. So tell us about yourself and your story.
I was on the spot. That's part of our story. This is who we are. I'm sorry.
Well, we're two crazy Geminis that love to have fun. I started writing music back when I was, I think I was almost 7 years old. I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to do something, but everything else required being having to go to school, or you had to be an adult to like train for something. And for being a musician, I could just start at 7 years old and just do it. When did you start playing music?
I used to write songs and stuff with my sister when we were like really little, but I officially started playing just small. We were so tiny. We were like Thumbelina. But we used to write songs together and have our dolls write songs together. But officially, I started playing guitar when I was 11.
And then we got together in 2009.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Well, we met Halloween on 2007. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and then we became besties. Yay.
What instruments do you play? What genres of music do you guys write?
Oh, man. I can play everything except the brass section. One time I thought I got a little too cocky and I bought bagpipes because I thought I can play things. And nope, that humbled me and I sold them. But give me anything kind of stringed and I can play it, including like drums. I mean, there's strings on drums. You got the little things on the bottom of the snare, so those count. All types of guitars and odds and end instruments.
He's being modest because he's literally good at every single instrument. So I'm sure even the brass stuff, I'm sure that it probably still sounded good, but he was like,
But it's a pain in my brass.
So anyways, he can play a lot of instruments. There was something where you had made like a guitar out of something when you were little, right?
Oh, a long time ago. I took it was the back of a chair, but it wasn't like wood post in the chair. It had like a design inside the chair. It was like a wrought iron chair type thing. And so I took rubber bands and I turned it into a harp. And I had the thicker rubber bands up at the top, and then it went back to like the smaller rubber bands. And I did that when I was maybe, I don't even know, 9 or 10 probably. I did that.
That's so awesome. I love that story. Yeah. See, so when I say he was being modest about the instruments, he really was being modest because he can even make instruments.
He can make instruments. Anything can be an instrument. Yeah. Why didn't I have so many cats? They're all in different keys.
What musicians have influenced you in your music?
Oh, good question. Well, first, what instruments do you play?
Oh my God. See, we get distracted because we're Geminis. So we have like 1,000 different thoughts at once. Yeah, I can play guitar, bass, and then a little tiny bit of keyboard if I can have some time to listen to it, but just mostly guitar and bass.
The glockenspiel.
Oh, the glockenspiel. That's right.
She can play some glockenspiel.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, she can. And then influences. Oh my God, influences. Well, okay, so I guess my main influences would probably, if I had to pick two that made me go back to the drawing board and rethink everything that I had done. Townes Van Zandt, and I got a cat named Townes over here as well, huh? Maybe when you wake up, I'll show everyone you. But Townes Van Zandt really sent me back as a lyricist and of what I could do lyrically and theme-wise. And then musically, it would have to be Typo Negative. When I heard their music, I hadn't heard anything like that before. And it sent me back to the drawing board going, man, you know what? We can actually like put dying batteries and things.
Oh, dear, what happened? Oh,
maybe that was just me. Did we fade away? Maybe I have to keep this going. But we can put like dead or dying batteries and things and slow things down. That's it. Real yeah.
And then for me, my musical influences is a lot of Smashing Pumpkins. Although I'm very disappointed with how Billy Corgan has. I won't get into it, but I'm very disappointed as to how Billy Corgan has come out of saying some pretty mean things about people recently. So I hope that that kind of stuff changes in the music industry, where people stop saying mean things about each other and can accept other people, can accept other musicians, can empower other musicians. And so anyways, but aside from that, Smashing Pumpkins is pretty much my biggest influence. With bass, Darcy, their bass player, was definitely a huge influence on me. She's amazing bass player, amazing, like just all around artist. So that's like my biggest influence. But I also am really influenced by my friends' music. Like, they inspire me. They really do. We have such amazing artists that are our friends that they do inspire me. Diggy Kat, before I even officially joined the band, Diggy Kat was already, like, his music was already just up there. And I think not just me, but so many people are inspired by his music. We have another friend called Kata Ludi. Moody. I always have a hard time. Spanish was my first language, so sometimes English words come out funny. Can you say Ludi? Ludi. She knows it's okay. She knows I'm Mexican, so I know she won't mind me mispronouncing her name. But anyways, her music really, really, like, I feel it. It inspires me. And she has a Facebook, right?
Yeah. Usually it's at K, the initial K, Ludy Music, or Kayla Ludi Music. Good stuff.
There we go.
Yeah.
What is the creative process like when you're writing new music?
Ooh, like this a little bit, but
with more candles
and candy
and candy.
Yeah.
And candy. Don't worry, folks. It comes with an insulin shot. We're good. The creative process is really interesting because, I love working with her. She comes up with so many great ideas when we're working on music together. And we really work good together.
Yes.
We really do. I don't really know. They just, that's a really good question, Stefanie. It's kind of like we get together and we'll have like basic ideas, and before we know it, we'll have like 3 or 4 song ideas, demos down.
Yeah.
It's like 4 of us working.
It is. We always, like, our process is definitely all over the place. So it's like doing like 10 puzzles at once. They all get finished eventually, but it takes like a year.
Except like 2.
There we go. Yeah. 2.5.
What have been the challenges that you have faced in the music industry? Or have you been writing music?
That's a good question.
That's a real good question. See, that's why I love Stefanie's interviews, because she has some really good questions.
Yeah.
Challenges. Well, should we talk about it?
We must, because obviously I'm like, challenges. Everything always is so fun, but now I need to know the challenges because I must have forgotten.
All of our drummers leave.
Oh my gosh, that's how much we forget.
All of our drummers leave. It's a challenge keeping a drummer. As you can tell, we're a little too much fun sometimes for people. And we've had, I think, maybe five drummers, most of them Leos.
Yeah, and we've gotten along with all of our drummers really well. They're all such lovely people, and honestly, that's the biggest thing for us when we've worked with our drummers is that we get along. And like emotionally, we get along. Yeah, because that's the biggest thing. We always want to keep not just positive, because we also want to help people evolve and stuff too, and we want to recognize the dark stuff in life as well. But for the most part, we always want to make music with people who have that same I guess love, right? Love in their hearts. Even our last drummer, who didn't show a lot of emotion outward, he was still still a good person, like a really good person on the inside. And I think that's the best thing for us is like the challenge is keeping drummers, but it's also like I don't want to see it as a challenge either, because it has been so fun to fun. Yeah, to get to know all these people. Yeah. Like that's been great. So even the challenges I don't feel are real challenges for us, because we learn from them, we get friends from them,
I agree, because like they said, with being in the music industry, a lot of it has to do with obstacles. Yeah, like with being in the music industry, there's always obstacles. So we always have to kind of have plan B and plan C anyway. So I think we're always kind of ready for that whenever anything comes. And we go, okay, let's do something different, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Obstacles, and I would say probably like for us, obstacles are more like an adventure.
Yeah, obstacles are an adventure.
It brings us to all these different interesting places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Can't hear you.
Oh no, we can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Sorry, what do you
Oh, there
wish
you
you had
are.
known when you were starting out?
What was the question?
What do you wish you had known when you were starting out?
Ooh, that's a nice. Let's go back in time and tell our younger selves. I wish I knew that there's not just one way to go into the music industry. I wish I knew that sooner. I wish that I knew that there was ways to just pave your own way, and that it was so much better than, I guess, the way the music industry used to be, like in the 90s, even early 2000s and stuff, where everybody had to put on, these masks and be certain things that they weren't in order to get famous, to get money. And now the music industry has changed so much. So like, I feel like everybody has a voice now, and everyone had that chance to get their voices out. So I wish back then I knew that, so that way I could have created more. I could have created more, and I could have helped other people create more too, because then all the musicians I was working with when I first started, I would have been able to tell them how, that they could be themselves, basically, that they could be themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's the most important thing, because like, how are you going to find your audience if you pretend to be someone else? You can't, so you got to be your true self and be authentic with things. So then your frequency goes out there and it attracts other frequencies, and sometimes it might take a while, but it's totally worth it for sure. That's a good one. Mine's what's the word I'm looking for? More material. I wish I would have known that mixing wasn't mixing, that it was like what I thought was mixing back like 10-15 years ago wasn't really mixing. But that's good, because I know, because I love mixing and producing and all that good stuff. So I look back on stuff that I did like 10-15 years ago and go, wow, if only I knew then what I know now. But I know in another 10-15 years, I'm going to look back on stuff that I'm working on now and go, man, if I would have known what I know now back then. So I can't wait to learn more stuff in the future.
That's awesome, Kitty. That's really awesome. And he produces and mixes for other artists as well, and he has for years and years.
Years and years.
So many years.
Several decades.
300 years.
300 years.
What has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
The friends that we've made through music. I think because I think that some of Vufcup's most extraordinary things have come from our friends that Kitty has brought in, to collaborate with us.
Yeah. We should mention them.
We have a mug. We have a mug. We're on the stream teams, speaking of that. And then we have a special little guest coming over to help us explain. Here's a baby. Oh, look at that baby. See, I'm sorry, we're like all over the place.
But yeah, so the stream team folks, we work a lot with them. Thank you, Towns. So we have Melanie McGurk, and she's also busy making sandwiches. She's great at that too. We have Rory Kelly and Ted Russell Camp and Lucky Lamond and Ayla Faye and Kayla Ludi and Ariel Carreño. And in fact, because there's so many of us, we even have our own mug for the stream team.
Yeah, and then we all do live streams. It's all, of course, Diggy's the mastermind, and
they wait for me to set it up, and I'm like, I'm busy, and then I turn into Italian, and I'm like, what do you expect me to do? I'm eating a calzone.
Sorry.
But yeah, they wait for me to set it up, and sometimes I go, oh wow, yeah, it's been a year, huh?
Oh no! It keeps turning off.
I think that's me.
So what do you think has helped you be successful?
Oh,
Being ourselves.
yeah, being ourselves.
Yeah,
You know.
because for us, like every time that we've created something without the intention of having anything particular happen with it, sometimes it's just to create. We don't even, if no one's gonna see it, that's fine, because a lot of the stuff we create is just, here, and then it just stays here, and then that's okay, because it goes out into the universe. But like with other times, like how would you explain that?
But I think one of the keys to success is grinding every day. You gotta hustle every day. I know that I do, and I have my little to-do list. Because the thing is, it's like if we're not gonna hustle for ourselves, who's gonna hustle for us?
Yeah.
If we're gonna be making music and then, being in the music business, Vufcup is like a business, and I kind of tend to look at artists and bands as well as businesses. And so when you put your love and blood, sweat, and tears into your business, what do you want it to be? Successful. You want your business to be successful. You have the dream of that, right? So you're not going to be opening up some sort of cafe or something like that and then not tell anyone and just hoping that they're going to come to you. You got to be making noise so people kind of start looking your way, going, well, what is that over there? And then they get interested in it.
See, that's why he is the orchestrator, because he explains it so much better when my thoughts go, whoa.
Oh, one's coming out right now. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it went away. Oh, darn. Okay.
Oh, got it.
So what is coming up for you in the near future?
Food.
And candy.
Candy.
We do love food and candy. But more collab, I would say, more collaborations with other artists. Right now, we've been working on new songs for the new album also. And Diggy Kat just laid down some drum tracks, which was amazing. So yeah, so we've been up to that, and then some live streaming.
Yep.
Yeah, and then what else do we have in the future?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me see here. We got the new album that we're working on. We're going to be live streaming the entire process for that album. So make sure that you go over to facebook.com/Vufcup or Instagram.com/Vufcup. You can just look us up. That's where we're mainly going to be live streaming the process of recording the album, mixing it as well. I also mix other artists while I do live streams too. We also have a Patreon that we take care of. That's patreon.com/Vufcup. So we do that as well. I think those are kind of the main things. The main thing right now is the next album and still riding the wave. That's how we ride the wave here. On the last album, Secrets on the Box Desk.
Yeah, and helping everyone evolve.
Yeah.
Helping everyone heal.
Yeah.
Helping everyone heal, helping everyone evolve. I think in our last album that just came out,
Secrets on the Box Desk.
There we go. So it's available everywhere. But a lot of the songs on there, we really, really are like, it's deeper than just the loud music that some of the songs are. A lot of it's very loud. But if you listen to the lyrics, we are trying to say like really positive things. We're trying to help people grow. We're trying to help ourselves evolve. We're just, so I think that's another thing in the future is we want to keep doing that. We want to keep empowering people. There's a little cat down here. But we want to keep empowering people and stuff. Look like they're empowering people with that face.
Why are you scaring me?
Uh-oh.
Say hi. Say hi. Go. He goes, pop.
A lot of cats in our future, too.
A lot of cats in our future. But you're right.
Because is there any other advice you would want to give to new songwriters, to new groups?
Be yourself. Tell your feelings. Tell your feelings and write fully, like honestly. Do it in a way that if you're too scared about what other people are going to think, then tell yourself it's just going to be for you, like a diary. But do it. But you have to do it. Even if you think no one else will hear it, please write the song. Mm-hmm. Please play the song. Please record the song. Even if you don't want anyone else to hear it, make the music, because I truly, truly, truly believe and know in my heart that any song that's put out into the world it's going to be heard, because sound travels, you know, even just on a scientific, I guess kind of like way of looking at it, sound always travels. So it keeps going, going, going. When we put loving energy into something, it changes, like the messages in the water.
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
put love, on the water, and it changes into these beautiful crystals. It's the same kind of thing. So even if no one's going to hear it, you have to do the song. You have to have your voice come out. You have to, even if your voice is just coming out with banging on pots and pans, that's important to put out into the universe. And that's I think what I really hope all songwriters can get to where knowing that their music is important. It's so important, no matter where it's going to go. It is so important. So
it is very important. That was really good. How do I come after that? I mean, in the English language, with the song or the word universe, meaning one verse. So all of us are born with one verse, one song that the universe gives us to sing when we come down here. So it's important for us to all have that song and to all sing that song. I think what a lot of musicians don't realize, that everybody is someone's favorite artist. That's the truth of the matter. So there might be artists out there that think, man, no one listens to what I'm doing. And you know what? And maybe that's partially your fault, because you opened up your business and then you didn't tell anyone. Okay. But if you're out there making yourself known and everything, everybody is someone's favorite artist. So, so
someone will support your small business. Someone will adore your small business. Someone will.
Yeah, absolutely. And then pretty soon you have more customers coming in, and that little business that was once like a small dream is now flourishing. And that's what we want, for everyone.
Yeah. And I like that too, the way Kitty said it, because that's one thing that he is really good at, which is why, he's helped so many artists, is that mindset of like, you know what? Have that confidence. This is your business. You deserve to, to have, people coming in and buying things and stuff. I don't see things in that way. And a lot of artists don't, because a lot of us, have low self-esteem. And a lot of us come from, from places of hurt, and that's why a lot of songs are so sad and universally sad, because we all, we come from those places. So it's harder for.
Let's get back.
Part two, that was just intermission. That was just intermission.
It was just intermission. Yeah, because all of a sudden it said we were disconnected, and we said, uh-oh.
So how else can we support you?
That's your department. You're much better at that.
Show us your kitties. I mean, that's a good way to support. You know what? Best ways to support us. If you want to support us for free, then just listen to our music. And one of the best ways you can do it is listening to us on YouTube. What? Who says go to YouTube and listen to music? Well, we do, and I'll tell you why. Because you have to let the ads run. Yes, we don't care if it's a half-hour ad or an hour ad. We get paid for those ads, so make sure that you let them run, okay? Don't you skip those ads, because then you're skipping out on our money.
And you're skipping out on opportunities to make yourself a sandwich. You
On
can
opportunities.
make yourself a sandwich during those.
You can totally
ads.
make yourself a sandwich during those ads.
And then come back to us and then feel much better about yourself, because we love you all so much.
We do love you. Now, here's the thing, because a lot of people with the YouTube ads on music, they actually pay more for royalties, and the reason why is because majority of people skip the ads, right? That's why they do it. So keep the ads going. Spotify, and I understand a lot of people go, well, Spotify should pay us more. Well, yeah, Spotify should pay us more, but you can't blame Spotify for your lack of listenership either, right? So you got hustle every day. So yeah, listen to us and enjoy what we have to say, and enjoy the experience that we bring to the listener as well. A lot of our music is for people to find comfort and to find encouragement with. And then if you want to throw some money, hard-earned money our way, because we're cute, you can go to patreon.com/Vufcup, and for a minimum of $2 a month, you can feed us.
And and we have special videos on Patreon too, and we love our our amazing video watchers, time travelers. That's another thing we do is Patreon. But also, personally, I think another way to support us is by believing in yourself.
Yeah.
We want to see your YouTubes too. Put up your YouTubes. Let's watch each other's art. Let's all support each other's art. That's another way I feel like you can support our band is by doing the same for your art. Yeah. For your voice, doing the same. And then, and then everything that Mr. Diggy Kat said, because he's the person to go to when it comes to explaining things.
You want life hacks? You want recommendations? What about history lessons? What about music lessons? Yeah. What about album reviews? We got them all on our Patreon.
Yeah, we do have all that stuff on our Patreon. We make videos to, hopefully to help people through the day. A lot of life hacks. I do. I love prepping stuff. Like, I'm not a doomsday prepper or anything like that. But which is fine if hey, everyone has to do their own thing. I will never make fun of anyone for whatever they do. Mm-hmm. Because obviously I'm prepping too. But I like to be ready for emergencies and stuff. So I talk about that a lot. Also, I do a lot of weird things that I can't express through words because I'm all the way out there. But then Diggy brings it back in and does some other more, I don't know if, how would I say it? Human helping things? I guess more community, maybe community. Is that what you're looking for? I'm an extraterrestrial. I don't know what you're looking for. Yeah. So anyway, Patreon. We have a Patreon, YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. Do the same for yourself. Put out your theme so that we could listen to your stuff. We
want to be your favorite. We want you to be our favorite artist and vice versa.
Yes.
Yes. We want to support you.
Yes. We want our music to help you, and we want your music to come out and help everyone as well. Because like I said, some of our friends' music is my biggest inspirations. And that wasn't from a record producer putting a band together. It wasn't from being signed with Capitol Records. No, like these are just folks who put their voice out there, and then people heard. And again, remember, like I said, believe in yourself and put your voice out there, and that's going to help all the rest of the artists too. Because the more people are able to present themselves to the world and be like, hey, this is me, here's my voice, then the more our voices get amplified, and we just all, we
rise together.
We rise together up from here, like our friend Rory Kelly. Yeah, who's another awesome artist. Yeah, up from here. Up from here. Up from here.
Hey, so one last question. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Oh goodness!
Did she just ask us a math question? Oh my God, we're not good at math.
42. Let me do the
math. Can we subtract something?
We can subtract 2 mailboxes.
2 mailboxes? What happens if we subtract 2 mailboxes?
We get a party.
Okay, so everyone's invited to the party because we subtracted 2 mailboxes. You know what? The only thing that I think I want to add is thanking you, Stefanie, for everything that you do for all of us artists out there with Hope and Love Radio. I've been loving the interviews that you do. I've tuned in several times to your radio station as well to check out the music. And I can't wait to see what other artists you're going to be interviewing as well. You're really helping bring a voice to the public. So thank you for what you do.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. You're a great interviewer, and I love your energy. I think that you like Kitty said, you're helping the world right now just by. So yeah, I love that you added that because that's absolutely true. Just thanks, Stefanie. You're so lovely, and just I wish you all the good things.
Yes, we send them to you.
So many good things.
Guys, so much for being here today. The interview will be on Facebook this afternoon. It will be on live on the station tonight at 7 p.m. I will also post it on YouTube and on my LinkedIn account. Again, thank you once again for being here, and everyone have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.